Hey everybody, welcome to the show, and you know what? I'm really excited about today because we're talking about happiness. Who doesn't love a little bit of that, right? We're diving into 10 science-backed secrets that can help you reduce stress, feel more confident, and even reach peak performance. We're talking about everything from the power of a good cuddle with your furry friend to some pretty cool AI tricks for your brain. Oh, and don't worry, we're keeping things fun and easy because who wants a lecture on happiness? We're all about those practical tips you can actually use in your everyday life, so get ready to take some notes. Are you ready to unlock your happiest self? Let's get this happiness party started. You know that warm and fuzzy feeling you get when you're snuggled up with your furry best friend? Well, it turns out it's not just in your head, it's science, people. Cuddling with your pet actually triggers the release of oxytocin, which is often called the love hormone. And let me tell you, this oxytocin is a real mood booster. Not only does it lower those pesky stress hormones that can really bring you down, but it also strengthens the bond you share with your furry companion. So basically, cuddling with your pet is like a big warm hug for your brain and your heart. And who doesn't love a good hug, am I right? It's like a warm blanket on a chilly night, except it's your furry friend, and they might shed a little, but hey, it's all good. Okay, let's dive into this magical oxytocin. I'm an ex-scientist and meditation expert. Gold medal in Buddhist studies, master degree in cognitive neuroscience, plus MIT certificate in AI, so I've got a solid grasp on this love hormone. This love hormone is a powerful thing. It's what makes you feel all warm and fuzzy inside when you're cuddling with your pet, hugging a loved one, or even just holding hands with someone special. It's like a natural stress reliever and bonding agent all rolled into one. And the best part? You don't need a prescription for it. Just grab your furry friend, give them a squeeze, and let the oxytocin work its magic. It's like a free trip to a spa for your soul. And who doesn't love a good deal? So next time you're feeling stressed or down, just remember the power of a good cuddle. Okay, let's talk about food because who doesn't love a delicious meal? But here's the thing, you can actually use food to boost your brain power. It's like giving your brain a little upgrade, and who wouldn't want that? Now, I'm not saying you have to become a gourmet chef overnight because let's be real, I can barely make toast without setting off the smoke alarm. But what if I told you there's a high-tech shortcut? Get this, there are these amazing AI-powered meal planning apps that can actually suggest personalized recipes based on your specific health goals. Want to improve your focus? There's an app for that. Need to reduce stress? There's an app for that too. It's like having a personal nutritionist in your pocket and you don't even have to tip them. These AI apps are pretty incredible. They use something called machine learning to track what you're eating and then recommend ways to balance your vitamins and minerals. Think of it like this. Your brain is like a car, and these nutrients are like the premium fuel that keeps it running smoothly. And who doesn't want their brain running on all cylinders? For example, did you know that omega-3 fatty acids, which you can find in foods like salmon and walnuts, are like superfoods for your brain? They can help improve memory, focus, and even your mood. And don't even get me started on antioxidants. These little powerhouses found in colorful fruits and veggies like berries can help fight off stress and protect your brain from damage. It's like giving your brain a little shield against the daily grind. So, we all love a good reward, right? That little burst of happiness? Well, that's dopamine doing its thing. It's your brain's way of saying, woohoo, you did it. But here's the thing about dopamine, it can be a little bit of a trickster. See, our brains are wired to seek out those feel-good moments. And sometimes we accidentally train our brains to crave those quick hits of dopamine from things that aren't always good for us. Like endlessly scrolling through social media or binge-watching that show everyone's talking about. Don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about, and before you know it, you're stuck on this dopamine roller coaster. You get a quick rush from, say, checking your likes, but then you need even more to get the same feeling. It's like being stuck in a never-ending line for a roller coaster that only lasts for 2 seconds. So, how do we break free from these dopamine traps? I'm so glad you asked. The first step is awareness. Just realizing that you might be caught in a dopamine loop is huge. It's like when you realize you've been wearing your shirt inside out all day. A little embarrassing, but hey, at least you know now, right? Next, Try to identify what your go-to dopamine triggers are. Is it social media, video games, those delicious but oh so tempting sugary treats? Once you know what they are, you can start to create some healthy distance. Now, I'm not saying you have to give up everything you enjoy. It's all about balance, people. Instead of scrolling mindlessly for hours, maybe set a timer for 15 minutes. Or, instead of having that whole bag of chips, try a handful and then distract yourself with something else you enjoy. Remember, you're in control of your brain, not the other way around. By being mindful of your dopamine intake, you can break free from those traps and start seeking out joy in more fulfilling ways, and that's what I call a real win-win. Okay, raise your hand if you've ever overthought something. Yep, me too. It's like our brains are these incredible idea machines that sometimes forget to turn off. We replay conversations in our heads, worry about things that might never happen, and analyze every little detail until we're exhausted. And you know what? All that overthinking, it's exhausting. It's like trying to run a marathon with a backpack full of rocks. You're not going to get very far, and you're going to be miserable the whole time. Plus, overthinking can really put a damper on our productivity. It's hard to focus on work, relationships, or anything else when your mind is stuck in overdrive. It's like trying to have a conversation with someone while they're busy texting. They're just not fully present. But don't worry, there's hope. We can learn to quiet those racing thoughts and find a little more peace and quiet in our heads. And who doesn't love a little peace and quiet? Am I right? One of the best ways to combat overthinking is through mindfulness. Now, before you roll your eyes and think, oh no, not another wellness trend, hear me out. Mindfulness isn't about sitting cross-legged on a mountaintop chanting. It's simply about being present in the moment. And you know what's great about mindfulness? You can do it anytime, anywhere. Stuck in traffic? Focus on your breath. Waiting in line at the grocery store? Notice the sensations in your body. It's like having a secret weapon against stress hiding in your back pocket. Another great technique is to challenge those negative thoughts. Our brains can be real drama queens sometimes, always expecting the worst. So, when you catch yourself spiraling, ask yourself, is this thought really true? What's the evidence? You might be surprised at how quickly those negative thoughts start to lose their power. Remember, silencing those overthinking gremlins takes practice. But with a little effort, you can create a calmer, more focused mind that's ready to tackle anything. And that's a feeling that's truly priceless. Have you ever been so engrossed in an activity that time seems to fly by? You're completely in the zone, firing on all cylinders and feeling like you could conquer the world. Well, my friends, that's the magic of flow. Flow is that sweet spot where challenge meets skill. It's when you're so absorbed in what you're doing that everything else fades away. And the best part? When you're in flow, you're not only more productive, but you're also happier and more fulfilled. It's like finding the perfect dance partner, everything just clicks. So how do we unlock this elusive state of flow? It's all about finding the right balance between challenge and skill. If something is too easy, we get bored. But if it's too hard, we get frustrated. Flow happens when we find that sweet spot right in the middle. One of the key ingredients to finding your flow is having clear goals. When you know what you're working towards, it's easier to stay focused and motivated. It's like having a GPS for your brain. It keeps you on track and prevents you from getting lost in the sea of distractions. And speaking of distractions, minimizing those pesky interruptions is crucial for achieving flow. Turn off your phone, close your email, and find a quiet place where you can truly concentrate. It's amazing what you can accomplish when you're not constantly being bombarded by notifications and alerts. Another important factor is finding an activity that you genuinely enjoy. Flow isn't just about productivity, it's about finding joy and fulfillment in what you do. So, whether it's writing, painting, coding, or anything else that lights you up, make time for the things that make you lose track of time. Remember, flow is a state of being that we can all access. By setting clear goals, minimizing distractions, and pursuing activities we love, we can unlock our peak performance and experience the joy of being fully present in the moment. And who knows? You might even surprise yourself with what you can achieve. You know those days when it feels like a million things are coming at you at once? Emails are piling up, your phone's blowing up, and you just spilled coffee on your favorite shirt. We've all been there. But what if I told you there's a way to find a little peace, even in the middle of all that? It's called mindfulness, and trust me, it's not just some woo-woo thing people do in yoga pants. Mindfulness is about hitting the pause button on all that mental chatter and just being present in the moment. It's like giving your brain a little vacation from all the worrying and stressing, and the best part is, it only takes a few minutes a day. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and just notice the world around you. Hear the sounds, feel the air on your skin, and let all those thoughts just float by like clouds. Now I know what you're thinking. I can barely find time to brush my teeth in the morning, let alone meditate for an hour. But that's the beauty of mindfulness. You can do it anytime, anywhere. Waiting in line at the grocery store? Perfect time to take a few deep breaths. Stuck in traffic? Turn off the radio and just be present with the road ahead. And if you're looking for a little guidance, there are tons of amazing apps out there that can walk you through it. They're like having a little pocket-sized meditation guru. The key is to find what works for you and stick with it. Even 5 minutes a day can make a world of difference. Trust me, your mind and body will thank you for it. You might even find yourself feeling a little more patient, a little more compassionate, and a whole lot less stressed. And who knows, you might even inspire someone else to join in on the mindfulness fun. Okay, let's talk about self-worth for a minute. This isn't about being arrogant or thinking you're better than everyone else. It's about recognizing your own value and owning it. We all have something special to offer the world, whether it's a talent for making people laugh, a knack for baking the perfect pie, or just being a really good listener. Think of it this way, if you were a plant, self-worth would be the sunshine and water that helps you grow. Without it, you might wither and struggle to bloom. But when you believe in yourself and your abilities, you give yourself permission to thrive. You stand a little taller, smile a little brighter, and aren't afraid to let your inner awesome shine through. Now I know it's easier said than done. We all have that little voice in our heads that loves to whisper doubts and insecurities. But guess what? You don't have to listen to it. When those negative thoughts creep in, try talking back to them with kindness and encouragement. Instead of saying, I can't do this, try, this might be challenging, but I'm going to give it my best shot. Remember all the amazing things you've already accomplished in your life. Think about the challenges you've overcome, the goals you've achieved, and the times you've surprised yourself with your own strength and resilience. You are capable of incredible things, so don't let anyone, especially that little voice in your head, tell you otherwise. And hey, if you need a little boost, give yourself a pep talk in the mirror. It might feel silly at first, but trust me, it works. Okay folks, let's talk about feelings for a sec. We all have them, the good, the bad, and the downright uncomfortable. But sometimes we get stuck in this cycle of fighting against our emotions like there's some kind of enemy we need to defeat. We try to push away anxiety, ignore sadness, and pretend that anger doesn't exist. But you know what? That's exhausting. It's like having a constant tug of war with yourself, and honestly, who has time for that? Instead of trying to outrun or suppress those uncomfortable feelings, what if we tried something radical? Acceptance. Now, I'm not saying you have to throw a party for your anxiety or invite your sadness over for tea and crumpets. But what if we acknowledge those feelings without judgment? Think of it this way, emotions are like waves in the ocean. Some are big and powerful while others are small and gentle, but they all eventually crest and break, even the really intense ones. When we try to fight against our feelings, it's like trying to swim against a riptide. We're only going to wear ourselves out and make things harder. But when we accept those feelings for what they are, just temporary visitors passing through, it's like catching a wave and riding it out. We acknowledge its power, but we don't let it control us. We might feel the fear, the sadness, the anger, but we remember that those feelings don't define us. We are so much bigger than our emotions. And just like that wave, those feelings will eventually subside, leaving us stronger and more resilient than before. Okay, picture this. You're trying to leave the house, you're already running late, and you can't find your car keys. Sound familiar? We've all been there. Your heart starts racing, you feel that heat rising, and suddenly you're ready to unleash the fury of 1,000 suns. But hold on a second. Before you turn into a human volcano, let's talk about how to cool down that anger in just 90 seconds. First things first, stop. Just stop what you're doing. Don't yell at the dog, don't throw your phone across the room, just hit the pause button. Now take a deep breath in, count to 4, hold it for a beat, and then exhale slowly for another count of 4. This isn't just some hippy-dippy advice. Breathing deeply actually tells your brain to chill out. It's like hitting the reset button on your inner rage monster. Trust me, this little breathing trick can work wonders. Next step, name that feeling. Don't try to pretend you're not seeing red. Just say to yourself, okay, I'm really angry right now. It sounds simple, but acknowledging those feelings actually helps your brain calm down. It's like you're saying, hey brain, I see you freaking out over there, but we've got this. Now here's the sciencey part. Neuroscientists say that the initial surge of anger, that raw, explosive feeling, actually peaks around 90 seconds. After that, it starts to fade away naturally. The key is to not feed the anger monster. Don't dwell on those angry thoughts, don't replay the situation in your head a million times. Just let those feelings wash over you and fade away. Okay, let's talk about arguments. We all have them. Whether it's with your partner, your best friend, or that cashier who just doesn't understand that you wanted the almond milk, not the soy milk. Arguments happen, it's part of life. But here's the thing, they don't have to turn into screaming matches or weeks-long silent treatments. There's a secret weapon you can use to transform those arguments from relationship-ending blowouts to productive conversations: the pause. You know that feeling when the tension starts to rise, your voice gets a little higher, and you're one wrong word away from unleashing the Kraken? That's your cue to hit the pause button. Take a deep breath, count to 3, and just stop talking. This gives you a moment to collect your thoughts, calm down that fight-or-flight response, and approach the situation with a clearer head. Now, while you're taking that pause, here's something else to consider. What's going on with the other person? Instead of focusing on your own anger or frustration, try to see things from their perspective. Maybe they're stressed, maybe they're feeling unheard, or maybe they just really wanted soy milk. This one little shift in perspective can make a world of difference. When you take a moment to consider the other person's feelings, it helps you respond with empathy and understanding rather than anger and defensiveness. And that, my friends, is how you turn an argument from a battle into a conversation. Well, there you have it. We've explored how to find happiness in the simplest things, like cuddling with your furry friend for an instant oxytocin boost. We've learned how to use the power of AI to fuel our bodies and our minds with delicious, brain-boosting meals. We've talked about dodging those dopamine traps, silencing that pesky overthinking, and unlocking the magic of flow to reach our full potential. And let's not forget about the importance of mindfulness. We've learned how to use mindfulness to say goodbye to stress, find our inner peace, and even calm down that anger in just 90 seconds. We talked about the power of self-acceptance, turning off that struggle switch, and transforming arguments with one simple pause. Remember, each of these tools is about self-awareness, taking those small steps and being kind to yourself. Start small. Maybe try a mindful breath today, or reframe that negative self-talk. Every little bit counts. Let me know in the comments which tip you're going to try first. Thanks for watching, and here's to a calmer, happier you. Ready for more brain hacks and self-compassion tips? Hit subscribe to Life and Learn and start transforming your mindset, one positive thought at a time.